social. I'm not sure if he actually came in.
I'm pretty sure he came in. That's fine. That's totally fine.
He's
Okay.
just skulking in the shadows, one place or another.
Streaming is now enabled. Okay, so we finally get to the actual gig. We will attempt to stop at midnight yet again. Of course, someone will eventually remind me, but that's okay. Everyone remembers what happened last time. Yes, there was a fight in the mysteriously ever-changing woods, which may not be woods any longer soon enough, I'm sure. And
Trees of kind, probably.
mysterious assailants killed all those poor mercenary rangers from various mercenary companies. And then there was the attack by the assailants in the dark, knife fighting, which resulted in severe wounds and injuries, forcing all of you to flee in every which way direction, costing you a day of time as you try to find each other eventually. And then you ran across Malikan's treehouse, the story treehouse building, reminiscent of the Chronicles of Narnia and one of those crazy satyrs. But he's not crazy. He's fairly eloquent for a satyr. So, yes, Malikan, you were invited inside. Hawkfield was skulking around the shadows somewhere, invisibly well, not really invisible, but hard to detect. And you were all invited to dinner at the dinner table, where you would have a chance to ask Malikan some questions or learn some more about what the hell is going on ahead. Or you could just eat dinner and just skip out and not learn anything. That's totally fine by me as well, making my life so much more amusing as I watch you stumble through
Mm.
hell. Or not hell, more like the first world.
Mm.
And that's where we left off last session, as everyone should probably recall 2 weeks ago. And so Malachi the Satyr is adjusting his glasses. Forge as is I don't know, probably looking at the book spits, and so is Weston. Malachi invited you to dinner. It's like, I think my dear wife has got the dinner all ready, including the shepherd's pie. So if anyone wants to come in, feel free to do so. I'll be in the kitchen waiting, preparing the entire tea set, says Malachi. And he skips along on his hoof feet into the kitchen, leaving you, Weston, and Forge, and Gromp. Gromp, who's like looking at all these books and is like frowning. It's like, God,
Mm.
I hate books. Hell, it makes me think too hard. And of course, Hawkfield's somewhere in here, but has not revealed himself because he is just that much of a lurker
Yes. A lurking lurker who lurks.
who lurks, literally lurking. And of course, there's all sorts of various mystical and occultic artifacts, astrolabes, boxes that appear to be of ancient Vudrani design, all sorts of weird Wiccan looking items hanging from walls, scrolls, maps, all sorts of things like that.
Hmm.
Leaving you to talk amongst yourselves briefly before you either A, approach the kitchen and have dinner with Malikan, his three satyr children, and his wife, or examine the books, or do some sort of other nefarious purpose thing, such
Hmm.
as robbery, which would probably be very, very bad idea. But hey, that's fine too. What do you
We
Mr.
think?
Nefarious isn't here at the moment.
exactly.
That's okay. I can also run autopilot, but I won't make him do anything nefarious right now.
We we eat.
Okay. You guys want to go to the kitchen?
That's me asking Weston. We eat.
And Weston's just kind of there, like looking over the various titles, at least half of which I imagine she can't actually read. Um, and just kind of like nods and huh.
We eat. Then ask. Look library.
Okay.
Okay.
And Weston's like just kind of like tears herself away from the bookcase to follow into the kitchen.
Okay. Well.
It's not every
Ah,
fighter that's a bookworm.
Yeah, that's true.
that is also true. Very much so. Do. Let's see here. So, you guys walk into the kitchen, and more like march into the kitchen, and you see Malikan is preparing the tea set and preparing his wonderful mint tea, which the smell wafts through the air and smells absolutely enchanting in its own wonderful tea-smelling way. You see his wife, another satyr, who's dressed kind of like a housewife, really. And the three children, two girls and a boy. And, well, they're all satyrs, of course, hoofy and all. And "Ooh, strangers have arrived at the table," says the little boy. And what the girl says is, "Please, can you tell us some stories about what's far out around the valley lately?" As one of them tugs on Wystan's armor. Well, one of them does. He's like, and the other one's like, "Come, join us at the table," she says. And Malikan's like, "Don't be shy, my good guests. Come, enjoy my wife's wonderful shepherd's pie and all our salads and whatnot, of which you see vegetables of which you can't even identify, unless you have profession cooking. Or profession cook, really, I guess. None of you have it?
What about knowledge nature? It's a plant.
Knowledge, nature. Yeah, I'll give it to you, sure.
I had to refresh Roll20. It was saying that I wasn't connected.
Okay, that's fine.
So I have to.
Roll your knowledge nature, Ms. Weston. Well, not as superiorly important. Roll away if you wish. So, anyways, while Weston is studying the mysteriously weird vegetables never before seen in any place, of which some of them look like, I don't know, plantains, but they're purple. I guess you could have purple plantains in Galarian. I don't know. Rather weird. And all sorts of other mysterious vegetables that appear to be almost like uh, they almost remind you of little baby-like. Uh, 15. Not necessarily anything you can glean that appears very recognizable to you. This stuff's fairly new. I guess you can see that the vegetables that have little fruits that look like little children, little baby children, kind of like are living still in a sort of weird way. He goes, "Oh, don't mind those," he says. Even though they look like they're alive, they're just a kind of reflex reaction, and we eat them like that. Don't worry, they're quite chewy. Like I suppose uh, something from another place called gummy bears.
It's funny because I'm currently eating gummy worms.
What a coincidence! And therefore they wiggle in your mouth as you chew on them, and almost like they're alive, but really they're not. It's just a reflex reaction of the plant matter, says Malikan. They are quite amusing to eat. The children absolutely adore them. Yes, you see the children are popping them in like they're gummy bears, but they're all just green, and they see them in their satyr mouths. Well, this is the first world, says Malikan. So please, let us see. Why do I've cut them in several slices of your wonderful shepherd's pie, and then she cuts one slice for each of you, and you try it. And the shepherd's pie is absolutely to die for.
Making me hungry.
Not for the literal sense, not for the literal sense, of course. To die for. It's absolutely amazing. The dinner. And of course, the dessert comes out as a wonderful sort of berry sort of dessert, a kind of berry pie, of which the berry is a berry that is something out of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory or something like that. The candies are literally burst in your mouth, making you see glowing rainbows dance across your eyes. It's almost like hallucinogenic. And you see the entire Seder family is also enjoying the similar effect. It's like you're on LSD or something. And it's like, yes, you can't get these berries anywhere else except here in the first world, says Malikan. Absolutely entertaining. Literally burst in the mouth.
Probably a good thing Hawk isn't here. He'd probably try to set up some sort of drug trade with him.
Yeah, I guess you could do that, actually. If you wanted.
I said Hawk. I didn't say me. I said Hawk.
Yes, I'm well aware. That's true. So, after a wonderfully delicious meal that I'm not even quite sure Metal Man can actually eat, can Forge actually eat?
I can eat. I just don't need to. Or wait, no. Sorry, I'm thinking something else. Yeah, I do need to eat, but I only need to eat basically once every 4 days.
Oh, well, how
So,
peculiar for a man made of metal. Okay. Sure.
um,
Okay, so everyone leans back after an hour of a wonderful small talk conversation, a full stomach of sorts. Matt kind of adjusts his glasses and and like literally just kind of tweaks his little horns. And he's like, ah, finally, and nothing like a good dinner by my dear wonderful wife. And she's like, absolutely, a shepherd's pie is my absolute favorite amongst everyone around here. Yes, dude, I am quite glad you got to enjoy it, she says. Malikan is like, well, as I said, my wife is a wonderful cook. So now that the kids will now be helping to clean up the table. Yes, kids. Yes. Oh, we wanted to listen to the stories, says the Malikan son, and then the girls are also frowning too. We wanted to sit here and listen too. Oh, no, this is for grown-ups, says Malikan. Off with you, go and help your mother with the dishes. Because we shall retire all the way over to the study, of course. Come, and Malikan then skips over with a kind of saunter towards the study, climbs the stairs, and followed by Gromp, who's like, "Oh, I'm always so stuffed. I've never eaten something so absolutely amazing. It's almost as like I don't know. Actually, I'm not even quite sure what there is to describe that. It's almost like drinking champagne times 20 or something with fireworks," says Gromp. Anyway, so he's climbing the stairs behind Malachite. Then you guys fall up into his study, which reveals itself to be yet another treehouse room filled with more books. A,
mhm.
a mysterious looking globe that shows several continents shaped in what would appear to be North America, South America, blah, blah, blah. Of course, you guys have no clue what the hell that really looks like or what that even is about. His Gromp points at the globe, is like, is that the first? Is that the first world? He says, and Malkin's like, nope, that's a place called somewhere far, 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 not in this place, that's for sure. Says Malkin.
Mm.
Yeah, he chuckles. Yes, and he's like, he retires on one of his, or leans back, sits and leans back on one of his study chairs, and he's like, please have a seat. Yes, and then you guys take a seat if you want, and Gromp is like, oh, is it okay if I smoke my pipe in here? My hand's like, absolutely. In fact, even I have a pipe. He reaches behind his desk and takes out a pipe of his own. He goes, you'll love the special pipe we have here. He lights some in Gromp's pipe, and Gromp smokes it, and it's like, his eyes go wide. It's like, my God, I've never smoked something so, it's almost like licorice. No, it's not even licorice. It's like berry. No, it's not even berry. It feels like I'm smoking, and he describes like various all sorts of tastes and smells, and it's like, ah, well, it's the special morphic kind of pipe weed you hear. Now I can't say you can only find it in the first world. Yes, Gromp's like, I'm starting to like this place. Maybe I should retire here after I kill that devil that killed my granddaughter. Yeah, and I was like, well, you definitely should think about that. Yeah, so he turns back to Ford and Weston. He goes, tell me, good travelers, what exactly brings you to this neck of the woods in the first place that you should happen upon I, Malikan, just a poor little old sage-like satyr here.
All right, so I look to Weston, look back to the satyr. We forge hope, following a hope breaker through the plains. What destroys at Sigil Gate?
He quickly thinks, scratches his horns for a moment. He's like, okay, I think I see what you're saying. You're wondering what in the world is going on at that Sigil Gate, and what is in the way? That's a good question. I frankly don't know exactly myself. All I know is that the pixies of the Pixie Clan near here, known as the Helgarard. Uh, The Helgarard Pixie Clan, well, I must say, they're a vicious lot, assassins and killers all of the Unseelie Court, you hear him say. And they've been really heavy-duty activity, that's all I can say for sure. And yes, I have heard rumors that trade between the gate, the trade routes between the gate and the Silver Copper Village in the valley there has been, shall we say, disrupted. And some of my dear arcane supplies that I get from Sigil have also been cut off. Right now, unfortunately, I would have to go and find the witch market that's traveling around, but they're never in the same place. And it is quite a hassle to get to them, so it's rather inconvenient, I must say, for myself. But what exactly is going on, my gods? Well, one would have to ask the pixies to be sure. All I know is that something's got them in a quite a tight bunch, really, and lots of people have been getting the good side of a pixie dagger. Um, Now, I'm not really quite sure what else I can tell you, to be honest. I've just spent my time here studying the ways of the first world and, of course, gathering knowledge and undertaking research studies in the ways of nature magic, says Malikan. And not really paying too much attention to the rest of things uh, going on around here, in Silver Copper's Valley, necessarily.
So, what do you know of this Pixie Clan?
Oh, well, the Pixie Clan, like I said, they're Unseelie Court, a bunch of vicious, murderous sort of fae, but of course, they just happen to be quite territorial in this area. Normally they're quite, shall we say, not disruptive enough because they also depend on the trade coming through the Sigil Gate, and also with that McGregor fellow, they were supposedly had some sort of deal, but what in the world happened with that, I guess? I don't know. You'd have to really ask Sean McGregor himself. What's going on with the Pixie Clan? All I know is that they're literally killing people left, right, and the center. And there's been rumors of, I believe my wife told me, the latest gossip from the village was that um, lots of these trade caravans were literally torn to shreds, practically. Definitely not the work of pixies, because apparently it was supposed to be some sort of massive monstrosity, claws and all, but no survivors, so no one really knows what in the world is going on. Certainly, unless the pixies have recruited some sort of beast, but the pixies have never done this before, and they don't strike me as the sort smart enough to go around, you know, raising animalistic beasts of the first world to go and assault caravans. They've been quite that ambitious, murderous bunch, yes, but ambitious enough to control the access to the sigil gates, seemingly quite doubtful, says Malikan. They don't strike me as smart enough for that kind of ploy.
Hmm.
Remind me to start charging a surcharge for information not revealed.
Huh, huh, huh.
Well, I guess.
What? Are you saying that the DMs that you know do that?
What?
I was thinking Weston should charge Sean McGregor for not revealing this deal and the fact that the Pixies have been a problem.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do? Head back to the Silver Copper? Or continue forward towards the Sigil Gate? Or ask some more questions that may reveal answers of Mr. Malikan?
um.
Are you familiar with what sort of creature could cause this kind of damage?
Well, I would have to literally see the site itself, says Malikan. A site of an attack, that is. And that would be hard to say. You'd probably have to proceed further along the path towards the Sigil and then find one of these caravans. Let me think. I'm not really sure I have time to go myself. It's certainly possible that you could summon me to the area. To do so, once you have discovered such a ruined or attacked caravan, it may be probably the best idea. I really don't have time to be traveling about in the first world right now, as I am deep in the research study of how to create an incredibly powerful magical spell that will allow me to instantly create a forest all at once. And I'm deep in the throes of that research, in fact. So I could probably leave you with a special leaf that if you plant it at the site of the crash, I should be able to appear and take an examination of the site's attack and the damage, and perhaps give you an idea of what kind of creature could have done it, says Malikan. I suppose you
Um.
could do that, he says. But then you'd have to do a little favor for me, says Malikan, because, as I said, I'm trying to generate a powerful spell called Prolific Forestation that would create a forest instantaneously. And so, unfortunately, the ingredient that I require for it is, shall we say, not available because of this disruption from the Sigil Gate. And of course, I can't reach the witch market due to traveling around. If you could
What
do
do you?
that,
What do you need?
hmm, well, let's just say I would probably need, I believe it's something called the Whispers of a Willow. Yes, if you can find me the Whispers of a Willow, then definitely, yes, I can probably do this task for you to identify this creature. Well, we shall see. First, how about you find the caravan, and then we'll talk about the Whispers of a Willow. How's that sound, says Malikan?
Well, it is our mission to restore trade through the Sigil Gate. If we restore trade, could you not then get these Whispers of a Willow from your usual supply?
Okay, Weston, make a diplomacy check.
Come on, 20.
Will it be the first one of the night? I don't know. What shall it be? Not quite, but it's a fairly high roll. He's already friendly. Not your best roll. He's pondering. Give me another diplomacy check. It's a skill challenge. Mm, it's not too bad either. Give me another one more roll. Mm, uh, I guess that's not too bad. He's friendly. It's not going to be a super hard challenge. Very well. He's like, oh hey, Weston, you've convinced me. You make an excellent point. I certainly could eventually get Whispers of Willow once raid is restored to the Sigil Gate. No doubt about that. Let's see. Let me note an experience point bonus for your skill challenge, Weston. Let's see. Let's
Excellent.
let's put it as a Weston for diplomacy. Okay. Is very well, Miss Weston. You have a deal. If you can restore to trade, then I shall indeed help you with your, shall we say, investigative measure, says Malikan. He hands you a weird-looking leaf that looks like Malikan, as if someone had carved the leaf to look like Malikan.
Huh.
Plant this in the ground, and this should indeed summon me. Ah, says Malikan as he takes a sip of water from a pitcher on the desk. Yes. Now, of course, feel free. I've got extra beds on the third floor for guests. Yes, night is falling. I'm sure you don't want to be caught dead outside, especially with those crazy pixies out there. Yes, the walls of this treehouse are strong enough to prevent any sort of annoying pests and other fell beasts of the first world or elsewhere. So consider this a
May
safe haven should you need to return here.
may we browse your library?
Oh, absolutely, he says. Absolutely. Feel free to browse the library. Perhaps it can show you something of use, give you some information. Who knows? Yes, well, I'm going to continue on my prolific forestation spell, says Malikan. Do knock on the door if you need anything else from me. And then you guys head downstairs. Gromp's like, what a nice sage, the satyr, says Gromp. I'm starting to really like this place. Yes, I think me and my wife are going to retire here once I get revenge for my granddaughter. Yes, and he's smoking away. Yes, God, I like this pipe weed. And then goes down and he's smoking in the salon while you guys peruse the books.
All right. Um, what shall we look for first, Weston?
Well, we've certainly been having some trouble with that, whatever it is that's been following us. Grump mentioned he thought it might perhaps be a demon. I guess we could see if there's anything about demons in here.
Gromp thinks
Okay.
lots of things. Is he right or wrong? I don't know.
Well, that's where I'm going to look it up.
Okay, so you're looking around for whatever you think those things might be. So you would have to make a knowledge planes check with a +5 bonus thanks to the incredible depth of Malakan's wondrous salon library. Well, I'd say yes, +5 bonus is decent enough. With all the information as you
Okay.
burn the midnight oil with Forge, or who's going to make the roll? Are you going to make separate rolls? Is one going to aid the other, or what? Knowledge plane, 16.
So 21.
21.
21, actually.
Okay, 21 it is. Okay. Uh, righto. And I don't know if Weston made a roll for knowledge planes or not. If she wants to, or doesn't care to. Ho ho ho. What? Weston doesn't want to make the roll? Oh! Well, this is the absolute abysmal roll for tonight, isn't it?
Oh.
Apparently, all the books are in a language I don't read.
Weston is
Pertinent
apparently a bit off her game right now. She's looking through the books and seems to be having no luck getting anything. Forge, you studied the books, but you can't seem to find whatever could indicate what your assailants were. Who knows what the hell they were? Were they demons, devils,
Hmm.
Goloth, Slotty,
Hmm.
elves, undead, flapping winged weirdos? I don't know. You're still not even. You have no freaking clue what the hell they were.
What did he find about demons?
Yeah.
Of a
So, okay,
demon.
I suppose I'm specifically looking for demons related to demons and devils related to shadow and fog and darkness.
Okay, tons and tons of demons have that. Shadow demons, shade demons. There are fog demons, but they're rather weird. Uh, that you have too many possible options. That's all I can really say. Tons of
Okay.
possibilities. You're unable to narrow it down yet. You have insufficient information, or you're just
Okay.
sufficiently not knowledgeable enough. Apparently, it's both probably. Yes.
Well, what about just because that didn't find anything? I will research about Sigil and about gates and a little bit more about because I don't need to sleep. I'll also research a little bit more about. Wow, I'm out of it tonight. I just about said Elistray, but Elistray is the wrong world and the wrong goddess.
Illustrate? No.
Yeah, Sarenrae. Um, so those are the things I'm going to research. Maybe look at maps of the area and that sort of thing, because I don't need to sleep. But before all that happens, I'm going to turn to Wystan. Should we study anything else?
Hmm. Perhaps monsters of the first world.
Okay.
Monsters of the First World? There's tons and tons and tons and tons of monsters. So many monsters. I don't even know what you want to look at it for.
Monsters with claws that are really big.
Monsters with claws that are really big. The number of monsters with claws that are really big are a number in the hundreds. Any more detailed than that, you just start getting this other categories of monsters. What, you're still trying to ID your assailants? Well, you're having no luck so far.
Now, this is for what we might potentially be dealing with at the gate.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. That'll just mean you get a bonus if you have to go recognize any monsters after doing all this research ahead of time.
Actually, how about studying up on the Unseelie Court?
Ooh,
Okay.
good call.
So, is that going to be another knowledge planes, knowledge nature, what?
The Unseelie Court could be
Yeah.
knowledge, planes, or it could be knowledge nature. One or the other.
I'll go with nature.
I have the same no matter what. So, I'm actually going to assist your roll, so you get a +2 to the roll. Come on.
Okay. So you get a what plus how much to her roll?
Well, I'm assisting, so isn't that a +2?
Yeah, it's a +2. Okay, knowledge nature
Let's be
14.
14.
What are you?
Do I get a bonus from the fact I'm reading a book?
Yeah, I already told you it's like +5 bonus. So
So,
it's 19. What are you looking for again, you guys? Trying to remember.
Unseelie Court
Okay, 19.
information.
You get generally mid-level, almost up to mid-level worth of information. So Unseelie Court is just a territorial, more like a associative, loose association of Fae that believe in inflicting harm and pain. Uh, they tend towards the more chaotic and darker aspects of nature, death, uh, injury, destruction, blood. Um, Unlike the Seelie Core, which is more about uh, you know kind of more of the lighter elements, good-natured humor and things like that. The Unseelie Core tends towards more twisted psychopathic tendencies, murder and death. Again, not much that you. It's not really very hard to understand the Unseelie Court. The Helgarard Pixie Clan just happens to be one of their one of the many clans of Fae that happen to be associated with the Unseelie Court, and they specialize in assassination, murder, and killing. And they seem to enjoy wielding magic of fog and mind control. So that's what you generally get from reading about the Unseelie clan. Of course, and the Unseelie is just simply, like I said, it's a loose association of Fae that that just have beliefs about being very capricious, brutal, ruthless, um, cruel is probably the best way to describe it.
Sadistic.
Sadistic, yes, especially towards mortals or non-first world denizens, more so than anything else. Is there anything specific you were looking for? I can tell
I
you.
suppose
I can tell you if you found it or not. If there's something more specific that you're looking for.
not. I mean, basically just knowledge of our enemy, and maybe if there's a way to be diplomatic with them, that could be a good thing.
Common ground.
Yeah, common ground.
Common ground. Oh, the only other thing is the obvious things. Some pixie gal. Okay, so common ground. I don't know what the hell common ground you're talking about. You guys are like more. You guys lean towards good. I'm not really quite sure what common ground besides. Uh, really, I'm not quite sure you guys have any common ground with the.
Maybe we should say bargaining points. Like, they didn't used to interfere with trade because they relied on trade, and because they relied on that to restock themselves. And now it's been disrupted and they're attacking people. And it seems like they're on edge maybe more than they should be.
That would be more knowledge local rather than anything else. You already know that they relied on trade of goods and services, but no more or no less than any other group would require on in this valley or in general in the first world. Um, there was nothing in the histories or the knowledge that you gleaned indicating that there's anything that's they desperately needed to trade for. It's just simply general trade of exotic goods and services, which is nothing, no big deal to them. I mean, it's important, sure, for their more exotic taste, but nothing that'll like kill them or anything like that. Nothing that they greatly rely on. It's just, as Malikan said, it's just weird that they would all of a sudden completely flip behavior to start to be involved with the disruption. That's all. That's all you can gain from your research so far and from what you've already asked Malikan.
So, because Wystan understands Forge, I don't need to speak weird.
Okay.
So I'll turn to Wystan. Maybe the old leader, this Ky'shara, was deposed by something stronger, and they're just falling in line. And maybe it's the demon smoke thingy that deposed her.
Is this possible?
Say what? Didn't catch that last part there.
I said this is possible.
It is certainly possible.
Or whatever has been at the gate could have deposed her.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. What do you wish to do about it?
Well, Getting to the gate seems the most important thing.
Doesn't look like we can really do much with the locals, except hopefully avoid them.
No.
Does it say anything about where they live and where we should avoid?
Yeah, looking at maps and the information we've gleaned, can we plot a route? Can we plot a safest route, basically?
Based on your Fey map, on the ever-shifting landscape of the First World, there's no perfect route that you can plot. You have a general idea of where it is, and it keeps shifting sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, based on the current form of the landscape, you're 5 days away from the Sigil portal.
Okay.
But tomorrow could be different. So tomorrow you could be further or closer, depending.
Okay.
How far are we from, say, their settlements? Is there any information on that?
How far away from the Pixies, the Helgarard Pixies? You guys are probably, based on this, I would say you're 3 days away from where their Pixie stronghold is located. Well,
Is it on the way to the portal or the gate?
Is it on the way to the portal of the gate? It's sort of on the way. It's just slightly off the path, I suppose, off the current path. And remember, again, the first wall keeps shifting, so it could end up being directly in the path. It could end up being further away from the path. It depends on what tomorrow brings, or the next hour. For the first wall keeps shifting constantly. But yes, generally it appears to be the along the way if you want to drop by the Pixie Clan.
I was more thinking about avoiding them.
That's also
Yeah.
your choice. Whatever you want.
I mean, like, part of me wants to just talk to them diplomatically, but most of me says, you know what? Only if we have to.
Exactly.
Let's not go looking for trouble. I mean, why bother? It
Yes.
finds us usually.
Exactly. Yep.
Quite true. Well, what do you guys want to do? Sleep? Keep researching? Answer more questions? Which would it be? Which shall it be? Gromp is already snoring. He's like, snoring. Well, I can't really imitate that sound. He's already asleep. Very good. Excellent. For that, I award you 1 hero point, Weston. Plus, also do have knowledge. The diplomacy checks.
Yeah, I'm actually going to basically just glean as much knowledge as I can, specifically about the subjects that I said earlier. But just in general, and when everybody else is ready to go, I'll be ready to go because I don't sleep. So I'm going to, cram as much into the evening as I can.
Okay, sure. Cool. Next morning, please, someone roll a 1d100 and a 1d6.
So did you say
1d100.
1 hero point for the snore and 1 for the,
No, it's in total, 1 for both of them.
Okay.
All right.
I lost part of what you said there. I was like, what?
A d100 and a d6?
Yep. Okay, when you check your Fey map the next day, it looks like you're 7 days now from the portal. The distance is essentially lengthened. 7 days from the portal.
All right. Well, we talked to the satyr before we go. Cannot remember his name.
Malikan. Malikan the satyr.
Yes. Well, talk to Malikan, thank him, let him know we will return or we will uh, summon him when we've found something.
I might inquire if he knows anything about the demon, or whatever that is that we're calling a demon, for
Oh,
lack of a
yeah.
better term.
Well, it's secondhand, so it's like, well, I would need more knowledge, specific data, or information in order to make a very massive conclusion. It could be just many possible demons and devils can fit that description, really. In fact, it could
But
even be a
probably,
cambion, for all you know, a half demon devil masquerading as another type of demon or devil. And again,
Huh.
inconclusive, you hear Malikan say. Very much so.
probably something of the demon or devil nature.
Well, it's a possibility, but there are even Fae that can do something like that that could also match the description, says Malikan. Again, without more proof or further evidence that you can give to me, I can't really conclusively say what your assailant is. But to help you along your journeys, I'm giving you a copy from my library of the Prayers of Nimara Zen of a druid, I must say, a druidess, who once visited the First World. Might come in
Hmm.
handy if you have enough knowledge, divine lore, knowledge, uh, lore, or know enough lore about either nature or nature religions. This book
Huh.
is a very standard treatise, he says.
Well, we think.
Yes, well, at least I can do. You are walking into dangerous territory these days, especially around these parts. Do be careful. If you can find where there's destroyed caravans to silver copper, remember the leaf. Yes, okie dokie. Da 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 da. So, Wystan, you can actually learn druid spells, I think, because you have knowledge of nature. So,
Cool.
however, to do so, you have to quickly read that book, like, I don't know, and you have to make a knowledge nature check for each of those spells that you want to learn.
He said nature or religion?
It's all nature or religion, yeah. Depends. Is your god a religious god? Is nature god? So I don't know. Because you have knowledge nature, the knowledge skill, so you can actually learn these spells. I'm changing my magic
Ooh.
system around this campaign right now.
Yeah, I saw
Ooh.
that in and discuss or Discord. I always call it wrong.
It's a long read. I wouldn't worry too much about that. You'll learn as you go. If you want to learn any spells, you have to tell me. Otherwise, you haven't learned them, so you can't really cast them yet.
Okay.
I should probably try learning to spell magic, seeing as we've had some issue with that lately.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we got a flying carpet. Theoretically, we could fly on the carpet and I could study on the way.
Huh.
Yes, you
I'm
can
gonna
do
read in the
that.
car!
You certainly can. But you can only make one learning check per level, I think.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what the rules are on that one. I think until you advance to the next level, but you guys have hit the maximum, so I probably have to give you like 20 chances max for the spell. I don't know who knows,
Huh.
whatever. Or maybe just
Literally no idea.
or a certain amount of time. Doesn't matter, don't worry about it. If you want to learn it, you gotta make a DC 18 knowledge nature check to learn to spell magic.
Interesting.
Oh, you failed.
Y- You can use a hero point.
Yes, you could if you want. If you desperately want to learn the spell, Weston, I don't care. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Oh, we're going, yeah, you know, I think I will go the hero point for that.
Spend the hero points. Make the reroll.
It works better.
Oh, success! Amazing. You have now learned the druid spell to spell magic. You can now cast it.
Nice.
So, during an encounter, you automatically have a magicka or a magic pool point. Magic points. I just call them magic points. I call them magica. What's your level 20? Do you want to use, what's your highest wisdom or charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So your magic points is equal to your level. Equal to your level plus wisdom modifier. That's every encounter you get that many magic points. So every time you cast a spell, like Dispel Magic, it costs you, since it's a third level spell, it costs you Spell Magic level 3 equals 3 MP. Okay.
Okay,
And
so
what's your wisdom modifier?
15.
So wisdom modifier is +2, means you
Yeah.
regenerate 2 magic points per round during an encounter. Okay. And
This is actually. Oh. Okay. Do you mind if I adopt this? Maybe modify it slightly to reflect my campaign. But do you mind if I adopt this?
of course, go ahead.
Like an artist.
This is all. The whole point of this was just to model more like a computer game. Some of my favorite computer games, like Elder Scrolls, Skyrim.
Okay.
So let's see. Dispel magic, 3 magic points to cast it. You just essentially to cast your spell, Wystan, I'll tell you when it comes to the point, but I think it's literally comes out as being 10 plus 2 times the spell level. So and depending on whether the conditions are, affect your concentration or not, it can go up or down. So it's like DC to cast Dispel Magic, beat DC, 10 plus 3 times 2 equals 16. Okay. I've also allowed everyone to use meta magic feats automatically, but if you get the actual meta magic feat, the cost of using the meta magic feat goes down, so you can automatically meta magic anything, but the DC to cast the spell goes up. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
you do it on the fly. Okay, so anyways, Weston, you've now learned how to cast Dispel Magic. You study the prayer, and you're like, yes, I think I understand how to recite this prayer to the gods of nature or something. I don't know. Wait, what's your god again? Desna?
Sarenrae.
Sarenrae? Oh, Sarenrae. So typical.
It's okay. I can tell you. So a little aside.
Oh no, what's going on now?
um, basically, I have in every campaign I've ever been in, I have at least 3 backup character ideas. So Ashley and I already have our backup characters, and believe it or not, this next one is not going to worship Sarenrae or have anything to do with a good goddess or god.
Okay, that's fine.
But anyways,
That's cool.
It is possible.
he
Okay.
so anyways, I cannot learn anything here because I don't have the appropriate knowledge. I have knowledge arcana and I have knowledge engineering.
That would mean you could make technological gear and you could probably cast arcane wizard spells if you can find the spell book right now. So,
Okay.
yeah. Or you can look through the group loot and scribe a scroll into a spell book of a makeshift spell book of some sort, and you can cast it as a spell.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, that would be interesting because there's a language unique to my race. Inscribe it in that language on my actual metal skin. That could be cool.
Sure, you could use your body as a spell book. There's been tons of these kind of ideas in previous Dungeons and Dragons editions, so
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
My brain went to an interesting place.
I decided it was boring for everyone else not to be able to cast spells. I was like, whatever, you know what? If you're willing to use the knowledge skill to do it, you can cast spells or learn some other
Nice.
wacky thing. Okay, great. So Weston, you've learned to spell magic from this Prayer Book of Namara Zen, First World Visitor Druidess from long ago. And if you want to learn any of those other spells, you're going to have to tell me and then make an appropriate knowledge nature check for it. It's like 15 plus the spell level to learn the spell. Learning the spell is easy. Casting the spell may not always be so easy. Okay. Oh, and ones and other things, like you can actually make critical failures in your spell roll. So that though makes spellcasting more interestingly fun and dangerous.
Indeed.
Indeed. Okay, so you've learned to spell magic. Great. Is there anything else you want to do? Or are you guys gonna jump on your flying carpet, abandon Gromp on the ground, and just fly along?
No,
The
no.
trees climb.
Gromp can fly along. I
Fly
have.
already or something?
Yeah, I have the ability to fly using telekinesis, basically.
Oh,
So.
okay, sure.
Yep.
Hawkfield is the one who I think cannot fly naturally, so he's probably going to just be sneaking away alone, trying to keep inside of you guys. Okay, great. Yeah, now you proceed along. Malikan's wife is like, you guys want any, trail rations or something for the road if you decide not to come back here, she says. I mean, I've got a bit of food I can spare you guys.
Forge will wave that off. Your supplies disrupted right now are we enough have.
Yes, okay, sure. Yes, but just let me know if you change your minds, she says. Got more shepherd's pie. She winks and then she heads back inside. The kids are like, can we see them off, Mommy? He goes, no, they're busy adventurers. Now back to your studies. He goes, back before your father comes down from his research. And then the door closes behind them, and you guys are then proceed off with, I don't know what the hell. Who's flying on the flying carpet right now?
Me and Gromp.
Yeah, Gromp and Weston.
Gromp and Wystan are on the flying carpet. Uh, Forge is using his telekinetic powers to fly through the air like he's, I don't know, some sort of superhero. And Hawkfield is just the sneaky guy who moves extremely fast while stealthing, so because of his extremely high stealth skills. So
He's seriously going to show up wherever we're going before we do. I can see that happening.
okay, so you fly through the air. Give me 8 1d100 checks, just for fun, just for my records.
8
I would.
100. Ashley can do that.
8 1d100. So just roll 8d100 on the roller, and I will just simply be able to see the number breakdown.
I would also like to learn Cure Critical Wound.
Cure critical wounds? Sure, that's a DC 19 knowledge nature check. Okay, encounter rolls. Well, turns out, encounter-wise, it's A-okay. A-okay. But don't worry, there's always some fun stuff to be had soon enough. 19 is needed.
So,
You're short. Do you want to spend a hero point?
let's see how many I got first.
We're gonna have to wait a while before you can try again.
How long's a while?
Haven't decided yet. Could be next level, could be 4 days, could be 4 weeks, could be 4 months.
Next level is going to be a while.
Yeah, that's my point. Or you can see if I haven't yet decided how long it takes between learning checks if you failed. Normally, I think it's usually the previous rule is next level. But,
Did I spend a hero point later if you decide that it's some insanely long time before I can try again?
I don't know. Hard to say, really. Hard to say, really. Could you spend another hero point if you wanted to retry again later? Yes, actually, you could. You could delay it, yeah, if you want. That's up to you.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so Wystan is still trying to grapple her head around the prayer for cure critical wounds to some nature god, but she can't quite figure out whether it's going to be Gosray or some other weird nature god from some other world. So, still wrapping her mind around, hasn't yet succeeded. Great. Wonderful. Okay, flying through the air, 8 hours pass, nothing happens. You guys make camp in the what appears to be an oasis now. An oasis popped out of nowhere beneath you for several miles. It's along your way towards the Sigil portal, and yeah, you make a landing, and it gets kind of really crazy cold right now. And I don't really know if you have tents or shit like that, so there's no trees anywhere. It's now just bare sand with the mysterious first world moon that looks like a yellow. Right now, it looks like a yellow cake with like yellow cheese with holes in it. It's weird. You're
We
like,
do have tents, or at least I have a tent.
you have a tent. Gromp's like, do I have a tent? Actually, it's a question. Does Gromp have a tent? Gromp, do you have a tent in your inventory? And he has a bard's kit and a howdah. Apparently has a mastodon. But I don't have access to travel either.
He has a mastodon.
Yeah, his man is a mastodon. Yeah, I saw that a while ago. He's got a howdah. I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work here, to be honest. As I'm not even sure. Oh, he has a bag of holding too. Oh, I guess he could put the howdah out. Okay, sure, whatever. He puts out a howdah to act as an impromptu tent, and he goes inside to sleep. It's like la la la. Okay, great. Wonderful. And let's see. Forge is doing whatever. Weston is probably gonna go to sleep. You guys gonna eat? Do you have
Nah.
rations?
Yeah, I got rations.
Got rations? You're just gonna have to eat rations.
I will.
Does this guy
I'll
have
just stand
rations?
guard.
He's gonna stand guard.
I'll eat and then go to bed.
Oh shoot! I better write. Oh, what's this? I'll say Gromp took like 10 rations from the fellows. Okay, well anyways, Gromp eats. You don't know if Hawkfield ate at all. You're not quite sure if he eats anything anymore.
We don't know if he's even here at all, so we kind of just figure he's probably around.
True.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Wonderful. Great. So, wonderful. And then, as for Chief's Watch, roll a perception check for the person who's keeping watch.
I will roll a perception check.
You notice that it's getting foggier. A creeping fog along the sand everywhere. In fact, it's almost like it's getting foggier and cloudier here in this desert oasis near this body of water.
I will, because I'm basically standing outside the tent. I'll nudge Wystan awake, and I'll basically telekinetically slap Gromp
Telekinetically slap Gromp.
to wake him up. So
Wake
I can
up,
do that
you
at
old
the same
man.
time when I'm waking Wystan.
Okay, you telekinetically slap Gromp. Gromp wakes up and is like, huh? What the hell's going on? He goes, gets up. He's getting up. He's getting up. Hoffield's nowhere to be seen, of course. And the fog gets even thicker around you guys. Gromp's like, oh shit, wasn't this a desert before? Where's this fog coming from? Says Gromp.
I checked the ground under my feet to see if it is still a desert.
Oh yeah, it's still a desert. Most certainly.
It's a fair question.
It is a fair
Yeah?
question, I agree. That is quite true. That is quite true.
Hmm.
You're looking around, the fog is growing.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Let me just check one
Not
last
so
thing
good.
here. Let me check one little thing here. Okay. Then Shadar only managed just enough time to start waking people up when he is assaulted by these foggish, blurry forms.
Oh,
So,
yay.
yep, that's right. It's time to roll initiative, ladies and gents.
Oh. I'm looking at the scrolls. That is something I will have to learn.
Absolutely. When you get the chance to.
I will have to learn. Yeah, exactly. If I get the chance to.
Yeah, exactly. When you get the chance to. I'll use these
Alright.
creatures to represent them because there's no other thing I can use to properly represent anything on roll 20 right now. Let's see.
Isaac's Lesser Missile Swarm. Hmm?
Okay, people, are you guys rolling your initiatives? Yes, yes.
I got mine.
Yes.
Grump still hasn't.
I can't roll Grump.
Don't worry, I roll Gromp. It's cool. Let me just bring up Mr. Gromp's sheet here.
How much burn? That's going to be down to that.
I hit Gromp's token first.
Actually, no, it would be that. Make sure that that's right.
Holy crap, they were just as fast as I thought.
Yep.
Okay, time to see where everyone falls on this list. They are first, then Forge, then Weston. Might is not here anymore. Those
Might
guys.
is no longer with us.
Yep. Might is beyond us now.
Might is indeed beyond at the moment. Hold on, let me just check something here. Okay. Forge feels like he's being slammed by fog, practically. So, let me just check this. Nothing serious. These guys are hardly as dangerous as your previous enemies, to be honest.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Let me look up that spell.
Forge, what's your armor class again? Oh, never mind. Don't answer that. I already have your armor class.
Not enough.
Not enough. Yep, you are slammed 4 times for shoot, what was it? 56 points of damage total.
Alright.
Feels like you're being hit by fog and wind. Now it's Forge's turn. Forge, what do you do?
I am. Let's see. It lasts for that long. A bit of energy springs to life and seems to hover right over the top of my metallic skin,
Okay.
I cast, or I used one of my abilities to cast Deflection, the spell.
You cast Deflection the spell. Okay, great.
There's the link.
Yeah, I know the Deflection spell. So I think they have to miss
Okay.
it, automatically attack themselves or something like that.
Yep.
Right? That's right. Great. You cast, or more like you create a telekinetic deflection barrier around yourself.
Yep.
And oh wait, why are those guys on there? That's not supposed to be on there. Weston, you're next. What are you gonna do? Fog is all around you. You hear Forge is fighting something in the fog. You can barely even see past your fingers. The fog is so thick.
And that increases to that.
What do you do, Weston? What do you do?
I read the description for Dispel Magic.
You read the description for this magic. Okay. Sure.
There, we'll use that. And it lasts for 19 rounds because I spent the burn.
Okay, it lasts for 19 rounds. Deflection. Fantastic.
Let's see.
What, you just want to spell magic around yourself or something?
I'm consulting it for later.
You consulted me, so you're not going to cast the spell magic then.
Not at the moment. At the moment, I'm going to take a 5-foot step.
And what?
Use world in my vicinity. And you did say that you figure I'm smart enough to not hit Forge, yes?
Yeah, I would probably say so. Unless you roll a 1, in which case, yes, you will probably hit Forge.
I hopefully won't hit.
Ooh. Yeah, there's some spells I need to learn.
Okay, Weston, you're going to be swinging like crazy.
And you do have blind fight.
Yep.
That is true. So you swing in every direction. Blindly. Sort of. 4 attacks, is it?
Yep.
I'm gonna need you to make all your 50% rolls for each of these. So it's a D4D100. 4D100. Okay, your first 2 hit, your last 2 miss. For sure, anyways. So first 2 hit, last 2 miss. So 23, 32. You're gonna have to give me the total damage. Wait a minute, this is a whirlwind attack?
Yeah, so it's all calculated via the first attack.
Okay, well in that case, all of your ones hit then. So it's like one blow hits whatever the hell is attacking Forge. You don't even know. You don't even question what the number of enemies are either. So what is that? Like 23 damage plus 1d6 electricity plus 66 divine, the Light of Durn's divine fire holy damage. So give me the.
That's 76.
Yeah, so it's like 7d6 or something.
Are these creatures evil or not? Because that's another 2d6.
The creatures are not evil.
Okay, just checking.
Creatures are most certainly not evil. So 29 plus 23.
Yep.
52 damage. Oh, that's a significantly painful attack. Against creature or creatures, because you're not even sure what the number of them at the moment. Gromp is like, where the hell are these things? And let's see, he takes a 5-foot step and swings around but hits nothing. Because he can't fight for beans in this kind of condition. Then it's their turn before Forge. And they see that Wystan is a much more dangerous enemy. So they're
I feel special.
it or they. Wystan is a much more dangerous enemy. And attack Wystan. So,
Huzzah!
Wystan, what's your armor class?
31.
Should be 35, isn't
Oh, is
it?
It's 31. At least that's what we figured out last night.
Okay,
Or
31.
last time,
Okay,
rather. Huh?
31. Okay.
It is.
I've got a heckler over here.
Hi, Carolyn.
It's Caroline's brother.
Oh, hi, Caroline's brother.
56
Just
damage
hi,
to you,
Caroline.
Wystan, as you're pummeled by multiple blows from everywhere. It's as if you're being hit by air and fog. Forge, what are you gonna do? Wystan has now drawn the attacks away from you. So,
Um. That is a good question. I don't have an answer.
all you see around you is fog everywhere. Fog, 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 and you see just Wystan in front of you fighting. You can't even tell what she's fighting. It's just like fighting fog.
I don't
They-
Well,
suppose
I
you
know
have a
that she
telekinetic
got.
shield ability.
What was that?
I said, I don't suppose you have a telekinetic shield ability.
I just used it, but I can only use it on myself.
Unless you use a hero point to use on someone else. That's totally.
You know what? Why the heck not? I'm going to use a hero point and do deflection on Wystan, and it'll last for 19 rounds.
Sure. No problem. Wystan, you feel this telekinetic barrier surround your flesh. These things are pretty accurate, so I'm not quite sure it's going to be perfect protection, but only if they miss will it help.
Well, I mean, if they miss, great.
Wystan, what do? You're swing around. You thought you may have. You're not even quite sure if you hit anything, to be honest. It's like hitting air and fog right now.
There's some slightly thicker fog somewhere in there.
Somewhere. You're not sure where. Where is?
Okay, I'm going to try cast Dispel Magic.
You cast Dispel Magic.
What do I roll? I don't have it in my thing yet.
Well, you gotta roll first. You gotta roll. Even before you make that roll, you cast Dispel Magic, right? So they
Yeah.
automatically make 2 attacks of opportunity against you. Hits, hits. Oh, total miss. That was a natural 1. So you're gonna take. How much is that? You're going to take automatically 14 more points of damage from the attack of opportunity, which adds a 14-point penalty to your knowledge. Well, it's going to be a DC is going to go up by 14 anyways. So
Ouch.
your DC is like 33. Now you got to make your knowledge nature check against DC.
Hey.
DC 33 because you just got hit while you're trying to cast it as you recite the prayer, Druidic prayer. You could also try to use a hero point to boost it, unless you want to invoke some sort of background aspect relating to nature or natural magic. You have something like that. I don't really think you have a background in that though, so it's impossible to invoke, I think.
I mean, you imagine that nobody in this world is especially disconnected from nature. This is pre-industrial revolution we're talking. Depends. At least my town is.
Well, unless your town was specifically very nature worshipping, that you have no background element that gives you the super bonus from invoking hero point. 23. That will definitely fail on your spellcasting roll for sure. Unless you wish to either A, spend a hero point to boost it automatically by 8 points. Oh, sorry, 4 points, which will still fail. Or the hero point to reroll.
I think I'll just go with that. At least it wasn't a critical fail.
You attempt to, but your spell
Ooh.
disrupted it, and as one of the whatever, or maybe one of them, or just many of them, hits you with a slam of foggy and air, and the prayer flies out of your mind as you lose your concentration. So you're just
I
kind
learned
of
it 5 hours ago. It's not that too surprising.
Groff's like, what the hell is going on? Where are these things? He's like trying to figure out where the hell they are, and he's swinging like mad. And he swings forward, hoping to strike something. I have to check his mischance because he definitely is blind as a bat. So, oh yeah, he totally hits nothing. Nada. Then it's their turn, and they see Wystan is truly a dangerous opponent who apparently can cast real spells. Or maybe, well, since Forge doesn't hit anyone yet this round, so they don't really mark him as an enemy, or it doesn't mark him as an enemy. And so they attack Wystan again. Hits, 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 hits. So they all hit again. 56 damage to Wystan. No misses.
Ouch.
Forge, what do you see? Wystan is literally being pummeled from every direction by fog and air.
Okay. So I'm gonna try something. I'm going to pull out of my handy haversacks basically just a collection of debris. Mixed in, I'm going to have a pound of flour and basically a pound total of ball bearings and nails of all sorts of metals, including cold iron, celestial, mithril, that sort of thing, because I have that on hand. And I'm basically going to have it spin around Wystan. So hopefully it'll catch something and we'll be able to see what we're facing a little better because there's flour mixed in as well. And so basically trying to distract and make it where we can actually see the thing.
Hey, if it doesn't hit me as well, that's also cool.
Well, like I said, it's I'm basically focusing and making sure it doesn't hit you, but it's spinning around you and moving as you move. So that's what I will be doing until. Never mind. I'll do that next round. This round, I'm going to heal you.
Okay. So you telepathically knit Wystan's bludgeoning wounds, which are bleeding like cracked fissures on her body.
Speaking of bludgeoning, I've got a 5-point resistance to bludgeoning. How do I factor that?
How do you factor that? Let me see. How many times have you been hit? 3, 4.
The non-gamer at the other end of the table is dying laughing. Discourse.
Let's see. How many times have you been hit so far? 8 times? 9 times? So add back 45 hit points, because I think that's how much you would have prevented that much damage so far.
And you get 77 back on top of that.
Should probably heal a good deal of her damage, yeah.
And then next round, I'll do this whirlwind of Detrius.
Okay. Wystan, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try that whirlwind attack again, because that's so far the only thing that's quite managed to do anything, I think.
You think? Yep. Pretty much you can't even confirm if you hit anything so far.
Hey.
Da, da, da.
Critical whirlwind. That's beautiful.
She's has to roll the mischance against. So give me the 1d100 since this is a whirlwind with only one attack.
We want below 50. Come on, below 50.
That's right, you want below 50. Yep, below
Yes.
50. Well, you think you hit something. I don't know. I can neither confirm or deny in total truth, to be honest. But roll the damage anyways. Let's see. for the Light of Durn fire.
70.
Oh wow, that's gonna be painful. Oh, you said your electricity goes by plus 3d10 on a critical here. So I don't know if you're
Add that too.
gonna factor that. You have to factor that in. So 9.
That wasn't especially impressive.
It's okay.
Well, that's
Or
a
something.
powerful hit. That's for sure. Very powerful hit indeed.
Of course, whatever just got zapped with the extra electricity is like looking around over its shoulder going, "Who's wearing wool socks?"
Okay, well, you don't know if you hit anything or if they actually got hurt, but something happened. Okay, Gromp is flailing like a blind man in this fog. Let's see if he even has a chance. Yeah, he hits nothing this round. Their turn. More attacks against Weston. Most assuredly. So, let's see here. 2, 3, 4. Okay, Weston, you're hit 3 times for, and factoring in your bludgeoning resistance, you are hit for 27 points of damage.
Oh, and the whirlwind attack is basically if I hit something, it continues on to the next thing,
Okay, well,
and so on for
doesn't
a total of 4.
What? When was this? You did not say that before.
That's because I didn't realize you didn't understand it before. Sorry, I'm thinking a little slow tonight.
Wait, whirlwind attack is usually 1 attack against everyone within your strike radius. Unless you have a modified whirlwind attack I'm not aware of. Do you have like some sort of greater whirlwind attack that I'm not aware of?
Well, it's basically like the idea is if you hit something, you keep going and hit the next thing. But
Yeah, I know how that works. That means you essentially hit everyone in your radius. Okay, that's fine. That's like
okay, yeah. Just a communication issue.
Okay, so yeah, that's what happens. And then Forge, what are you gonna do?
Now I'll do that whole lovely little whirlwind of, heck, we'll throw some salt in there as well. So we have like salt and flour and nails of all sorts of different metals, adamantia or adamantite, cold iron, celestial mithril, whatever. So it's basically just whirling around you. If anything comes in to hit you, maybe we'll be able to see it. Maybe it'll damage it. So that's what I'm trying to do.
I'll give you 500 XP bonus for a clever idea for sure, Forge.
Okay.
You throw it, but you don't really notice anything different. But it's a good try. That's the reason why the XP bonus. It would have worked for normal case situations, not with these guys, or guy, or gals, or
So
neither.
it didn't work to create a whirlwind around me? Is that what you're getting at?
Oh, it created a whirlwind. I don't know what else you're gonna make it do though. Was it like, is this to hurt them or something, Forge, or is this just to reveal them?
A little bit of both. Hence, both the nails and the flour. If it's anything that's invisible, if they get into the whirlwind's radius, the flour will stick to them, unless they are non-corporeal. If they're corporeal, the nails will probably at least do some sort of damage to them.
Okay, is there some sort of amount of damage it's supposed to do?
Well, I mean, this is basically jury rigging something. So, it's a cloud of stuff that's going to hit whatever comes in to attack Wystan. I'm telling you what this stuff is, so you can determine what the effect is, if it's going to have any effect whatsoever. So there's nails and ball bearings and flour and salt.
Okay.
So
Got it. Roger. Okay, so now there's a whirlwind of stuff flying around like crazy. Weston, what are you gonna do?
and I'm concentrating to make sure that it doesn't hit Wystan.
Okay.
So
This is just like, I'm just gonna do the same thing again. I'm betting that's what you're gonna say, right?
Well, I'm between. Do I want to try casting Dispel Magic again, or do I want to just do the exact same thing I just did?
Well, I don't know. That's up to you.
Well, seeing as I kind of have protection, which hopefully will work and not allow them to mess up my spell, I'm going to try Dispel Magic again.
You're gonna try to Dispel Magic again. Okay. You just triggered 2 attacks of opportunity again. Yes, it hurt them. That is true. Maybe. Maybe it didn't. Oh yeah, you definitely got hit twice for how much is that? 18 damage, which means 18 plus 19.
Joy.
ugh.
Oh, actually, is it Dispel Magic? It's 18 plus 16. So I think
Still
it's
joy.
34, DC 34 to make your casting check there, Weston. Nope, no cigar. Your spell fizzles unless you want to make a hero point roll to re-roll again. Again, they disrupt you in your mid-prayer to the gods of nature, like Gosre or Male or something. I don't know. Yeah, Gosre, right, or Sylvanas if it was Forgotten Realms. So to the gods of nature, and so again, it does not work, or just to the natural primordial power, not really into a god.
And I'd still have the same penalty if I tried the reroll.
If you try to re-roll, yes, you still have the same penalty this round.
Yeah, it's not gonna cut it.
Yep,
Okay,
spell
forget that.
fizzles. And the fog continues. Gromp is like, he's swinging his massive blade S trying to hit something. And hits nothing. Again,
I'm
he's
like,
flailing.
Grump, come over here and flail at the darkness, because I'm getting attacked. So they're in this sort of area.
He's flailing, slicing away, but he's hitting nothing still. Just hitting absolutely zilcho. And then they attack Wystan again. You're hit.
Come on, yes, so they can damage themselves.
Yeah, they're pretty accurate. So let's see, how much is that? That's 36 damage to you, Wystan, already factoring your DR5 against bludgeon. Okay, Forge, what do you do? Whatever this fog and windy whatever is just definitely screwing you guys up, throwing a kind of beat break into your combat rhythms.
Yeah. I.
In the first world, no one fights fair. They
Exactly.
fight dirty. They fight real dirty.
Okay. I'm going to hurt myself very badly.
Okay, you're gonna hurt yourself real bad.
Yes. I'm going to do many throw and exclude Gromp and Wystan. So that's costing me 9 burn.
Ouch. That's gonna hurt like crazy, isn't it?
9 burn means I'm taking 160 points of
Non-lethal damage. Yeah.
yes.
Which you can't recover until you take a long rest. I know. You literally
Uh,
feel your entire body strain from the burn as you unleash an incredible way
But
striking kinetic force.
Yes, but it's hitting everything except for the 3 party members
Okay.
within 120 feet.
Yep. Got it.
So,
So you're gonna need to make definitely you have to make a D100 for total blindness striking here. Probably I would roll 4D100 just for amuse's sake. Gotta see if you actually hit. Oh, interesting. How much damage was it?
75.
Okay. Cool. You don't know if you got anything or not. It's just lots of fog and wind everywhere. Okay, Weston, what do? You see telekinetic waves of force rolling off of your friend Forge there, literally sending eddies of fog and currents flying all around you, literally making your hair blow into your eyes. Gromp's like, "Oh damn, that's one hell of a breeze, but I still can't see it. There's too much fog," says Gromp. So, Weston, what are you gonna do?
Well, it's a good thing I have a headband. Not that it matters. I'm just gonna do the whirlwind attack again.
Okay, you swing your deadly Guandao everywhere.
Hey, cool.
What's going on?
The dog is barking.
Sorry.
That's cool.
I get it. That's what's going on.
Our Will isn't here.
Well, another potential critical if you hit anything. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Give me a 4D100 just for checking. It has no true indication of the actual number of enemies. It's just simply for my own amusement. Please roll your 4D100. Let's just see if you actually hit. Oh,
wow.
Interesting.
And
give me the damage anyways.
Okay.
Is that a potential instant kill? Because it's a 20 on a 20. Do you do the 320s is instant death?
I don't do 320s instant death. No. I don't do exploding dice either, so it's just going to be as it is. So
76 and then
24. Then 3d10.
Yeah, 3d10.
So,
I'll just take the second attack as another roll, potentially. That's a 3. Add 5. So
67 damage so far.
what I will do is count it as if it was a reroll for yet another critical roll of worth of damage, maybe. I'll just give it a bonus damage or something. That's 18 plus 34. So was that 24?
It's 67 plus whatever bonus damage that you say.
Plus. So 191 damage with bonus damage.
Nice.
Whatever was attacking you guys is gone. Literally just stops attacking. It goes silent. The fog slowly retreats away. And revealing only the desert oasis of the first world and sand. That's it.
Nothing to loot. Darn it.
No, nothing to loot, sorry. That loot comes later. Oh, there's loot to come. Don't worry, there's loot. Everything's being tracked, but it's not coming right here. Not right now. Just later. Okay, Kuze Cross like, my god, I was so powerless, I feel horrible. He drops to his knees like, god damn it, if I can't even beat these crazy things, how will I ever get revenge for my granddaughter, says Gromp. As he leans
Well, maybe it requires a different skill set.
Maybe, he says. He seems dejected as he goes back to his impromptu how to 10, drops down and goes back to sleep. Hoping that
I pat him on the shoulder.
Yeah, he still seems dejected. Okay, anyways, you guys head back out. And all is well! Give me 18 100s.
How many?
Oh, just AT100. Just roll AT100 and I just take a look at the numbers. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, nothing happens during the night. Great. Reach next day. Now, give me.
Should Forge be sleeping this time?
Yes, I'm going to be sleeping.
I'll be on watch.
Forge actually was sweating at the end of that.
Yeah,
Ouch.
no kidding. No kidding. Okay, great. So whoever went to
Alright.
sleep, Forge, you recover your non-lethal damage for sure.
Yeah.
The next day, the fairy sun rises and it looks like it's green or something. Green like a lime, lemon lime, casting green light everywhere, making everything tinged green in the desert oasis.
Interesting.
Welcome to the first world. So I need a 1d100 and a 1d6 to see whether the landscape has changed and lengthened or shortened. 50 is shoot, I can't remember. What was it? 50 is shorter and greater than 50 is longer. So you just added 5 days to your trip. You check your map. It's 5 days longer from the trip now. 12 days from Portal.
Okay. I suppose we go on to the next day.
Okay, next day. Give me AD100 as you tromp through the blistering hot desert.
I'll let
I think we're flying.
Yes, well, Hotfield is tromping through the desert, so you're just flying through the air then. But still, give me 1800. Even the air of the first world is not necessarily a safe place.
Yes.
You said
Go ahead,
8
Ash.
or A?
8.
8.
8.
Okay.
D100. 8. D100. Okay, first hour is the only hour you've run into something, and that hour ends up being. You see, as you fly through the air, a castle. No, not really a castle. More like a mountain. It's upside down mountain, and the cloud is on the base of the mountain, also upside down. So then it's like the mountain is coming up the bottom of the cloud. I guess is the best way to interpret it. And there's just this mountain with a whole bunch of cave entrances going into it. That's what you see in the distance. I don't know if you do want to do anything or you continue your choice.
The experienced D&Der who understands a lot of fantasy worlds in me wants to avoid the Netherese.
Never said
But
there is anything.
no, but their hallmark is using mountains carved off the top. Well, the tops of mountains and turned into castles. So, anyways,
Well,
Yeah.
Weston thinks this just looks like a sidetrack from their mission, which is already a sidetrack from their mission. So
yes,
maybe not.
Okay.
we avoid.
Avoid you do. So, 11 days now. Day ends, you guys take a landing. Now you find yourselves in what appears to be a tropical jungle. It's sweltering hot, humid, and there's like, all sorts of weird looking fruits that look like bulbous, how best to describe, like bulbous mushrooms with their fruit. They kind of remind you of mushrooms. Actually, in fact, when you take a closer look, it's actually mushrooms growing as if they were fruit out of like this little thing, so making it looking really weird.
Don't know what those are, but I'm not eating them.
Okay. I was like, I'm not quite sure I want to eat those.
Actually, Forge is going to grab a pair of an extra pair of his old Forge gloves and pick a few and put them in a bag.
Okay, you pick
Just
some
because.
mysterious first world fruit that look like mushrooms is now acquired.
Shroom fruit.
Shroom fruit, something like that. Great. Okay, give me an 8100 for the night.
And I'm gonna put up the
Treehouse.
treehouse thing.
Okay, you're gonna put up the treehouse thing. Fantastic. Okay, treehouse it is. Oh, I said 8100? I said 8100. 80.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
cool. 4 hours in, about midnight. A glowing mouth appears in the middle of the treehouse. A mouth that looks like it's made of like extremely ruby-colored lips that are, shall I say, scaly looking? The ruby lips mutter some words to you, or more like in a very loud voice, it says, "Greetings, adventurers." Is anyone there? Says lips. Says the lips have no eyes. If you have spellcraft, you may attempt to roll spellcraft or knowledge arcana.
I happen
That's
to
you,
have
Forge.
both. So knowledge arcana is that. Spellcraft is. Alright.
Very
Knowledge
well.
arcana it
Make
is.
your choice. Make the roll. Pretty good. It's a
Alright.
variant version, an improved variant version of Magic Mouth that has the ability to project the voice of whoever cast it, as long
Okay.
as they're within a certain range, which is extremely long. It could be anywhere, as far as you know. You guess, maybe. Okay, it's like, so adventurers, I have a proposition to make to you. I have been watching you for a very long time. You have managed to survive this long, and I'm wondering if you're open to this proposition, says the Magic Mouth.
That would depend on what the proposition was and who was making it.
Well, the who is not a major concern yet. Perhaps. There is something you must know. Something you must know. And it's very simply this, is Sean McGregor is not exactly all that he seems. He has not told you the entire truth. He has taken something of great value from me, and unless it is returned, is the trade from Sigil will be stoppered, will be stopped, held at a standstill, made to only trickle until what he has taken from me is returned. If you're willing to get it for me, perhaps then we can make a deal in this regard, says the Magic Mouth.
Um, again, Forge will look to Wystan and then address the mouth. We will not harm innocents to help you. Know that from the beginning.
Who's really innocent? Sean McGregor and his bunch of clowns there in the village. They are not as innocent. He is certainly not that innocent of the crime he has committed against me, says in the mouth. Either way, I've given you this offer because I can see that you are extremely ethical adventurers. If you want to learn more, if you're willing to retrieve what has been taken from me, then I extend this offer. Meet me at the Great Elephant of Gargantia, and there we can talk face to face. And I will tell you all of the crimes that Sean McGregor has committed against me, and let you decide whether you should pursue that instead of going after the gate. if what is returned to me is done, if it is returned what has been taken from me, my precious, then I will let the gate go. Meet me out there at the Great Elephant in the Great Elephant Gargantian, saying, well, depends. Depending on the way the First World works, and says the Magic Mouth. If you can get there in 5 days' time, I will definitely be there. I'll leave the decision to you, adventurers, but know this, if you continue to work with Sean McGregor, you will be walking the path of the wrong. And then the Magic Mouth fades away.
Can we roll, like,
What,
sense motive or something?
Sure! Go ahead. It'll be slightly difficult because you can't see body language, but yeah, I guess you can roll sense motive. Go ahead. Da, 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 da. From a Magic Mouth, neither of you are able to tell without corresponding visual and body language cues whether whoever is speaking is telling the truth or not.
Alright. From the just random research that I pulled out of the First World in this area and whatnot, when everybody was asleep in the treehouse, do I know anything about the Great Elephant of Gargantua?
The Great Elephant of Gargantia is apparently a city, a massive first world city of various denizen types and fae and whatnot, on top of the back of a huge, massively huge white elephant. It's not the only city like that, but it's one of the more famous ones in the first world.
Well,
White elephant.
Yep.
yeah.
Huge white elephant that apparently towers about roughly 5 miles into the air.
Are you familiar with the concept of a white elephant sail?
Nope.
A white elephant sail is basically a white elephant is something completely useless in every sense.
Yep.
Well, I guess you'll get to find out if you decide to go there. If you decide to go there. Or you can.
Where is it in relation to the gate?
It is at the complete perpendicular direction. You literally have to veer off course and head 9 degrees off the path.
Naturally.
Naturally, of course, which would then add even more days depending on how the first world shifts and changes again. To get to the port from there.
I never trusted the little guy. Let's go check this out.
Yes, I seem to recall similar feelings.
You want to go check it out?
Yep.
Yes,
and it is after midnight your guys' time.
Yep, that's right. It's time for anyone who needs to get an early day start tomorrow to get their early sleepy time anyways. Right now. So that's...
Midnight is early?
What? Midnight's not early for me. I don't know, you guys need that time to get stuff done, so...
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you know that there's a greater chance that I won't be free next week than that I will. So...
Okay, that's fine. Then we'll play it by ear and see what the hell happens. Maybe what happens is Hawkfield appears next week and decides to take up the mantle of... Oh wait, no, if he does that, he'll probably be like, no, we're not going to the White Elephant, we're going straight to the portal.
So the party will be split.
He'll be like,
how is that all that different?
He'll be like, I want that trade agreement. I don't give a damn about whatever the
I don't suppose I can use diplomacy.
Diplomacy on Hawkfield? No, that's another character.
I can be persuasive.
You're gonna have to make a player argument persuasion, which means you have to ask Hawkfield to go tag along with the White Elephant.
Well, you know, if you're gonna get into a business venture, it's best to know all of the parties involved.
That is true. But I'm not the one you need to convince.
It's
No,
true.
but hey, I figured I could give my argument a little test drive.
Okay.
All right. So we'll see what happens next week.
Okay, sounds good. The mystery deepens. It's actually this is actually not supposed to be the most clear cut. It's actually not that clear cut at all. Who's actually wrong? Who's actually the unethical bastard?
Everybody
Well,
is.
see, I just know that those in the basically the Fae, um, at least traditionally, are not to be trusted because even the good ones are. Their concept of morality is kind of screwy. So,
Yes, you're quite correct there. It is quite screwy.
Like I
um,
said, all of them.
yes. By the way, Ashley, that is a very big hint when you encounter the Fae in my world.
Yeah, on it. I'm not sure if it's that big of a hint, just because that's what I expect from Faye.
Okay, fair.
I did some
Alright.
RP with the Unseelie Court back in the day. It was interesting.
Alright.
I wasn't one of the Unseelie Court.
Okay.
Well, have a good night, guys.
Okay, good night, Shada.
Good night. And I will put Dispel Magic in my spellbook.
Yes, actually, you don't need a spellbook. It's druid magic. It's just prayer. A prayer that you now probably know how to do. And of course, you also have the hard copy of that prayers of that druidess book that I mentioned, which I wrote here somewhere. Oh, what did I say? Nimara Zen. Yes, there it is. You probably also have time to maybe learn another spell if you wanted. Up to you. Whatever. It depends. Da 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 da.
Well, let's see. That Lesser Entice Fae might come in handy.